Tropisms and Plant Hormones. Plants and animals have similarities and differences. On a cellular level, plant cells have a cell wall made of cellulose, which gives the cell structure and support, and animal cells do not. Plant cells have chloroplasts, which contain the green pigment chlorophyll that plants use during photosynthesis. Plant and animal cells are similar because both contain mitochondria. Mitochondria are the parts of the cell responsible for breaking down sugars to produce energy for the cell in the form of ATP. Both plant and animal cells break down food by this process, which is called cellular respiration. On a larger scale, there are other differences between plants and animals. An animal can move around in order to look for food and shelter and reproduce. In contrast, a plant is held by its roots to stay in one place for its entire life. Both plants and animals respond to their environment, but plants experience specific growth responses called tropisms. Plants grow toward light, and they compete for light. Young trees can grow up between older trees in areas where sunlight penetrates the forest. This growth towards light is called phototropism. Plant growth is also affected by gravity. The stem of a plant grows away from gravitational forces, and its roots grow towards gravity. This is called gravitropism. Sometimes a plant's growth is affected when it contacts another object. The tendrils of a vegetable vine will coil around a fence after they touch it during the early stages of growth. This growth response towards the stimulus of touch is called thigmotropism. Tropisms are not reversible because they involve permanent growth. If the stem of a plant grows in a certain direction towards a stimulus, the position of that growth can't be changed, but the stem can grow in another direction if the direction of the stimulus changes. While external factors are important, plant growth is also affected by chemicals called hormones produced within the plant. Plants produce 5 hormones that help regulate different plant processes. Auxins are hormones produced in the stems of plants that cause them to grow towards the light. The meristem at the tip of a plant shoot also produces auxins that move down the plant stem and keep the sides of the stem from producing growth. Growers can pinch off the tips of stems to stop the flow of auxin and encourage side growth. This results in bushier plants. Plant breeders can apply auxins to plant cuttings in order to promote root growth. Gibberellins are hormones that cause growth and stimulate cell division and flower development. Higher concentrations of gibberellins are found in larger growing hybrid plants than in inbred plants. Another hormone responsible for cell division is cytokinin. In an agricultural lab, cytokinins must be added to plant tissue cultures in order for cell division to occur. Cytokinins are produced in the roots of plants and help delay the aging process. When a flower is cut from a plant, the flower loses its source of cytokinin and begins to die. In the florist industry, cut flowers can be sprayed with cytokinins in order to lengthen vase life. Small packets of cytokinins are provided with cut flowers to extend their vase life. Ethylene is a hormone that contributes to the aging of plant parts. When fruit ripens, ethylene is created, which in turn incites the production of even more ethylene and accelerates the ripening process. A rotten apple in a bushel of fresh apples will produce more ethylene gas for the surrounding fresh apples and cause them to ripen and rot. Don't store your prom corsage in a refrigerator with an apple, or you will be very disappointed in how little time it lasts. Bananas, on the other hand, are cut green from the tree, transported green, and then sprayed with ethylene at their destination to speed up the ripening process. Abscisic acid is a hormone present when a plant is under stress. During periods of drought, abscisic acid causes the stomata of plant leaves to close in order to prevent water loss. Plants also become stressed as weather gets colder. Abscisic acid allows seeds to go dormant, causes deciduous trees to lose their leaves in the fall, and causes bud scales to form to protect developing buds during the winter. And now, let's explore the core. Plants make food through photosynthesis. But how does that food become energy that fuels processes like growing and producing hormones? The glucose a plant makes during photosynthesis is transported to cells throughout the plant. In the mitochondria of a cell, energy from the glucose is released in the process of cellular respiration. The simple equation for cellular respiration shows that glucose, water, and oxygen yield carbon dioxide, water, and energy. This is the opposite of what happens during photosynthesis, where carbon dioxide, water, and energy yield glucose and oxygen. Look at this chart and note how cellular respiration is the opposite of photosynthesis. With cellular respiration, food is broken down, energy is released, carbon dioxide is given off, and oxygen is taken in. Cellular respiration occurs in all living cells, both plant and animal. Today's SAT word is incite. To incite is to stimulate to a particular action. In the lesson, we learned that ethylene is a hormone that contributes to plants ripening. The production of ethylene incites or stimulates the production of even more ethylene, which is why one rotten apple can spoil the whole bag.